never going to be ashamed of where I came from, where I'm going. I'm Mexican American, parents from Durango, Chihuahua. I'm from Dallas, Triple D. I'm from Texas. Most importantly, I'm from Texas. I could go to Mexico. I'm a rep my Mexican American heritage. But if I'm in Mexico, I'm from Texas. I feel like we all have the opportunity to be tapped into our roots. I think being tapped into your roots only makes us better as like when we all come together, because we all have something to share with each other. We all have like a piece of our culture to share with another culture. I think just being tapped in will make you a solid individual.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to The Creative Mind. I'm your host, Byron Craig, and today I am joined by a comedian. He's a creative. He's Mexican-American. They call him the Spirited Fool. You might not know him, but you will after this. He is my brother. He is Hector Sifuentes. Woo! Welcome, bro. I'm so happy you're here.
What's up, man? Thank you. Thank you for having me. Like, this is super cool.
Absolutely, man. So, I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, and we've kind of had a couple of audio difficulties. Oh, the joys of being a creative. But like, for those who don't know you, please, by all means, indulge us. Tell us the story of Hector. Tell us where you come from. Tell us everything, man.
Yeah, man. My name is Hector Sifuentes. Man, I'm from Dallas. By way of Durango, Mexico, and Chihuahua, Mexico. My parents are from Mexico. They met here, and boom, they had me. I wasn't playing. Like, I'm kidding. I think I was playing. Anyways, next subject. Nah, man. I'm just I've been doing this for like almost 10 years, man. I think it's around like 7, but I think taking it very like where like I decided that this is gonna be how I die. This is who I am. This is my life. It's been almost 2 years where because you could be doing something for 20 years, but if you don't ever decide that this is what, like, to take it serious or to actually want to be deeper with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're wasting your time. So I decided that this is straight up, what it's going to be. And it's been almost 2 years, and a lot of things have changed since then. Yeah, man. And but as far as introducing who I am. Yeah, I mean, I'm a comedian, man, and I'm an overall creative, because I feel like you can say you're a creative, but I'm a comedian that happens to be creative,
Okay.
and that's taking me different places, But yeah, man, that's me, and I guess it started like, oh, you asked me earlier though, before this happened, before
technical difficulties.
You're like, how did you start?
Yeah.
I was
How
like,
did you
man,
start? How did you get into comedy? Like, cause that's not a decision. Like, I mean, obviously you could be a class clown, but I mean, like, to actually make the leap into being a comedian, like, how? Like, tell us.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that this happened, because I got to really think about it. I used to stay over at my cousin's house. His big brother used to work at McDonald's overnight.
Okay.
And basically we'll stay in his room. He had like a cool big bro where he had a bunch of DVDs and just a bunch of cool stuff. And, so we'll just play his movies that he had. And then one time we played George Lopez, Why Are You Crying? That was in 2005, I think. I was like in 5th grade. That George Lopez where he's like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? Like, I had never seen stand-up before.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but this thing had us crying, laughing straight up. I had never seen anything like this. And I was like, well, it's so relatable. Oh my God. It was super vulgar, right? For us. Like, I was like 11 years old, but I didn't care. I loved it. I didn't care what he was saying. The thing was making me like laugh like I've never laughed before, straight up. And I was like, damn, this is so badass. And we just, I don't know. And then we just like, after that, that was just something that happened, right? It was cool. It was funny. And then my cousin's sister, she had a camcorder, and we would take it and we would record little skits. I was 11, he was 13. My other cousin was 9. We'll record like little parodies of MTV Cribs, Maury, Jerry Springer, Jose Luis Sin Censura.
What is that?
I remember my little cousin, Jose Luis Sin Censura is like straight up. It's like Jerry. It's like Jerry Springfield.
Jerry Springfield.
Wait, is it called Jerry Springfield?
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer. Yeah, Jerry Springer. That's how you know I didn't really watch that. I watched Jose Luis Sin Censura, which was the same thing, but it was just ghetto, man. It was like these like super like cholas. Dang. Like cholas, but like I don't even want to forget it. But it was like girls fighting, like, oh hell no, you took my baby daddy, boo boo. They're just pop pop pop.
Dang.
Yeah, it was like in LA, like LA cholas just beating each other up.
Oh, hilarious.
Snap.
Yeah.
But anyways,
that's crazy.
But it was hilarious. We were just my cousin. Well, his nephew, he was just born. He was like 8 months. We'll use him as a microphone. Like we use his bald. He had a bald head, and we'll be like, "Hey, this is reporting live." We had a whole baby. But yeah, man, we were like 11 years old, and we used to edit the videos in the DV. It was a DV camcorder, so we would edit the videos in the camera. We'll rewind, shoot something, and then record over something. So, and then we would, when the family would get together for like Thanksgiving or someone's party, we'll screen our videos in front of the whole family, and everybody would be like crying, laughing, and everything. So, from moments like that, it was like, damn, I like this attention, So like, since I was little, man, just like trying to get it.
Yeah, you was an original influencer.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, not influencer, but like, like just like a performer. Like, I love the Dave Chappelle show growing up. In Mexico, they had a show called La Hora Derbez. It's this guy named Eugenio Derbez. He's like the Mexican Dave Chappelle. He had his show like since the 90s, but he would be making skit. It was a skit show.
Okay.
That was very popular in Latin America, like skit shows. So just growing up watching these things, man, like, I was like, I want to do that, man. I have ideas, boom, boom. So we're here,
Yeah.
Almost like 20 years later. So
that's wild. That's wild. Like for real, that's really wild. Man, I love comedy. Like a huge fan of Chappelle, obviously Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe. I mean, obviously, you've been on Kill Tony. So like, even like recently I've been getting into, I don't know if you've heard of him, Morgan J. He's like that singing dude who's like, he got auto-tune.
Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah.
Just like a comedian, like, yeah, he ain't great.
No, he's funny, man. I like him a lot. I like him a lot because I do that in my shows too, man. I like bringing music and like auto-tune and stuff like that.
Really?
It was crazy because like, I didn't even know he was like, I didn't know he existed.
Yeah.
And I had done a show where I was doing like auto-tune, messing around. And then my friends showed me a clip of him. And I was like, oh, damn, this is cool. So, like, this is how you know when you have an idea, and if you don't execute it fast enough, that good ideas are flying around in the universe, and someone's going to do it. And I was like, damn, so this is something that could work. Because, like, it's like, but mine's a little different because I do it in Spanish, and, like, it's like corridos. But I was like, damn, I like it. I like this guy. He's funny. I think he's great.
He's hilarious.
I would love to do a show with him.
Dude, you should. I mean... What do we got to do to make it happen? What do we got to get you to open for him?
Hey man, we'll see in these next few years. Or not years, a few months. So this year for me was like, hey, head down, work hard, take care of business. Next year is I have a whole plan and like a way to approach, and even the marketing behind approaching, doing my own small tour. Starting here in Texas, doing some Midwest, doing some DC, New York, LA, working my way into getting my name known.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is in the 2025 is when that's going to happen. And this year was intentionally to prepare for 2025. So yeah, man, I've been working hard to where like I can hold my own, where if I get this opportunity anywhere, I'm not going to be like a phony, where like
Yeah.
I trust my skills, man, just my vibes. That's what it is at the end of the day, man. Just it's basically just you want to be a good vibe on stage. You can be the funniest person on earth, but if you're a horrible person, I don't know. I like, but this is just me though. Everyone's different.
Sure.
But yeah, like even on Kill Tony and all that. Like you said, Kill Tony and all that. Like I knew it wasn't because audiences exist, and I knew that wasn't my audience. But I was like, I'm gonna make the best out of this.
Of course.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let them roast me because you're backstage. I hadn't been nervous in forever.
Okay.
But getting there, because there's like 400 comedians. If for those of y'all that don't know what Kill Tony is, you know what I'm saying? Like there's people that don't.
There's a lot of people who don't.
I was one of them a year ago. And it's like the show, like where you get a minute to do stand up in front of seasoned just legends in comedy. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing is, you sign up, it's a bucket pool. You sign up across the street at this bar, you get picked, they run and get you, and they pick your name out of like 200 or 300 people. Everyone cheers for you. They run you across the street. You go backstage. They got these freaking Navy SEALs at the door. They take everything you have on you, like your phone, books, whatever, and they put you backstage. It all happens like in less than a minute. You're backstage and you're just cute, ready to get. There's a producer there. All right, you're gonna hop on, and once I'll tell you when to go. Get ready. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just backstage like, what the fuck? Ron White passes by. He's eating a pizza. He just looks at me. He just grabs my shoulder. He just goes. He just walks away. And I'm just waiting back there, a little bit nervous. I'm like, damn.
That was Ron White.
I get up there, do my thing, and and then I did my thing, and I was like, yeah, you could joke this and that, and it's cool that they like the jokes were okay. I missed a whole freaking setup to my joke, but it was all right, whatever. But I knew I had an idea. I was like, if I ever get this opportunity, I'm gonna shout out. Like I was telling you earlier, like I'm always gonna rep where I'm from. I don't care where I'm at. I'm gonna rep who I am, where I'm from, my people. I'm never gonna be ashamed of where I came from, where I'm going. I'm Mexican American. Parents from Durango, Chihuahua. I'm from Dallas, Triple D.
Hey.
I'm I'm from Texas. Most importantly, I'm from Texas. I could go in. I go to Mexico. I'm gonna rep Texas.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here in Texas. I'm gonna rep my Mexican American heritage. But if I'm in Mexico, I'm from Texas. But yeah, man. So I repped it. I made sure I repped. I shouted out. I don't know if you saw where I was talking about picking beans and whatnot. Because we're farmers out there. We're like country. Like we drive a tractor. We got horses. Like legit, no phony, like real deal cowboys.
Yep.
And that's our bloodline, and that's what I think that's what I was supposed to be. But I'm out here working on editing videos on a computer. Like my grandpa is very proud of me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I made sure I repped that, like Mexico, Durango, Houston. I did a Pimp C verse. I made sure I repped. Dallas, Triple D. I shouted out Big Tuck. I don't know, but then because I knew in the moment maybe they didn't know what was going on. I mean, it's like 4 white dudes, which is like they're cool, but they're not gonna know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they're moving they're here from California. Like Tony Hinchcliffe, he's cool and he wears a cowboy, but at the end of the day, he's a dude from California that came from California. He's one of those transplants. So he don't know he don't know about no farming, none of that, no real country shit.
Yeah, of course.
It was cool because overall it's a very positive experience. A lot of people say they seem like assholes up there, but they're trying to be funny and they're giving the people a show. And some of that, it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
The dude called me the Mexican Harry Potter and all that. People ate it up. I was like, that was funny.
I was
that
gonna
funny as
ask you
hell.
about that.
I couldn't
Oh, dang. Mexican Harry Potter's wild.
That dude, Big J Okerson, like,
Yeah.
man, that guy's quick with everything. Like, he's fast. I never even seen a stand up ever.
Really?
And that's the first time I ever like seen him like do comedy or be funny. Or I mean, not saying that I've never seen him. I'm just saying I've never seen him like speak. I just seen pictures of him.
Yeah. What
And
does he have? He has like
you know
Legion
what's
of
funny?
Skanks.
The first time I saw Kill Tony. Yeah, bro, they're huge, bro. That guy's
Yeah.
hilarious, bro. But
Yeah.
you know, the first time I ever saw him, this is the only time I had seen him before. I seen him on pictures and stuff, but actually, the first time I ever heard of Kill Tony was I think he was the guest, and they had a show in Austin. It was like in 2015, 16.
Okay.
And then there was a guy from I started in San Marcos because I used to go to Texas State.
Okay.
There was a guy from that scene that went up. He went up on Kill Tony, and he went up there on shrooms, and he started tripping out. He started pushing. He started pushing the saxophone player, and like he was gonna fight him, and he started shoving him, and that's when Big J Okerson got up, and he kind of like, he's a big dude. He kind of like separated them, and that's the first time I ever heard of Kill Tony.
Dude, that's
So
wild.
But yeah, and that's the first time I ever seen him, and he reminded me of like Joey Diaz vibe, you know, like good energy. Like I thought he was a good guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was funny, bro. They got on my ass,
dude.
But I make sure. But people messaging me, like people. Yeah, what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say that overall, people have been messaging me like, "Oh, yo, what's up, bro? Whoa, yeah, I'm from Houston, man. Yeah, bro. Hey, that you paid homage to Pimp C, man. When you coming to Houston, or we're from Durango too, man. This and that. When are you coming over here to this city?" So I put my shirt that I had on, a Food University. I put it on my website.
Yeah.
On HectorSifuentes.com. And bro, people have been buying it from all over the US. People from
Really?
like California, Arizona, Chicago, Louisiana, Houston, but just all over, Denver. And it's cool. That show, I think that episode has like 3 million views.
Dang, so that's wild.
I'm so happy yeah, bro, I'm so happy that I wasn't afraid to rep my shit.
Of course.
Overall, it's gonna be anytime you rep where you rep and you're not afraid of it. And people were saying that this guy was playing into the stereotype of telling people he was picking beans. First of all, I didn't say I was picking beans, bro. You don't pick beans, but you go with a tractor, you drive over with a tractor, and they can fucking, like goes over your thing.
That's how uneducated people are. They don't know how to pick beans. That's the crazy part.
Hey, but I will never not be proud of that, of coming from like real cowboys, Facts. Real farmers, So, but but the jokes they were making was, hey, the economy's this bad when you're going over there and taking their jobs. I was like, damn, that's funny.
It's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
dude, all those guys killed, like Tony, Big J, David Lucas. All them dudes is hilarious.
But I used to get on live with David Lucas and we'll roast each other. I was like, bro, you look like you got you sweat Jumbo Jack juice. And like he'll just get on me and like and then he'll get on me and like just destroy me.
Dude, David Lucas is so funny.
Bro, I used to stay in the loft in Dallas and I had brick walls and I was on a live in the brick. He was like why are you this guy lives in a warehouse. This guy lives in a drug warehouse or something. It was just getting on me. He's like, I lived in El Chapo's drug warehouse.
Oh, damn.
I was like, bro, you're crazy.
Not El Chapo's drug warehouse, bro. Man. Oh, that's hilarious, man. Yeah. Dude, so what has inspired you to wanna I mean, what besides growing up? I mean, like you were doing Vine basically on this mini DV deck before Vine even existed. Like, what is the driving force that's pushing you and amplifying you to want to just pursue greatness?
Man, at the end of the day, I just want to be funny, man. I think of ideas, and then when they work, there's no feeling like it. When I get on stage and I try out a new idea and I make it, and it gets to where it's funny, that's everything, man. But like the bigger picture, yeah, man. I mean, what drives me is I feel like there's no one like me. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I feel like there's no one. I haven't seen no one yet. There's a lot of Mexican American comics, but none of them are. And I love, like, I'm a huge fan of them.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is that, damn, they're their own unique person. Because people try to like pile up like, oh, black comics, Indian comics, this and that, Latino comics.
Yeah.
They think it's just one type of comedy, and it's not, man. People are different. Like I'm different in my own way, and I use it in my shows. I like integrating music. I love Adam Sandler's. Like his tour is like music and stand up and everything. I like involving that in my shows too, man. Like if I'll do music, or if not, I'll involve a DJ or like. But I like doing like music in Spanish, involving corridos, and I do it in Spanish too. I do stand up in Spanish as well, man. So. Ooh. Man, it's just so yeah. Actually, the biggest shows I've done are in Spanish. So I'm actually on a tour next year in Spanish. I'm opening up for this guy. I can't reveal too many details, but yeah, man, I'm on and these opportunities just came by being here in Austin.
Really,
I moved out here. It's the biggest comedy city in the world right now, and it's for certain reasons, man. Like these opportunities that I got so far, even in the past 2 months that I've been living here, they would have never happened if I was in Dallas, you know? So I was just kicking it backstage with some homies that had a tour stop here, completely in Spanish. And he was like, "Hey man, you want to hop on my tour?" I was like, "Hell yeah. What? Yeah."
Say less.
And the other guy, he has his own tour. And he was like, "You want to hop on a few of my dates?" I was like, yeah. What the hell? So, yeah, man. Like, and it's completely in español. Yo hago comedia en español también.
That's it. Straight Spanish.
Lo que quiera la gente, I got it, man. I'll do it, bro. I'll rock in English and in Spanish, and not many can do that.
Not many can
speak Spanish, but they can't express themselves.
Right.
Yeah, but like even Latino comics, like a lot of them would do it in Spanish, but they're not able to express themselves because, I'm thankful that I was taught Spanish when I was little. You know, we only spoke Spanish at home. Still now we only speak Spanish at my parents' house, straight up.
Wow.
And yeah, man. So
are they living here in the States?
I don't know perfect Spanish. I don't know. Like, yeah, they live in Dallas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. My parents are in Dallas, man. Like, yeah, man. But we're Mexican, bro. Like, I mean, we had a party this weekend. We had we're those Mexican neighbors. Like, I swear, we had it was my dad's 60th, and we're very. I could understand, but like how we are, and we talked to our neighbors are cool, but like we had a group, like a grupo, like a band playing. Like they're legit. They brought a whole like lights, everything. They had it was like a 7-piece band, tuba, like every till like from 9 to 12 a.m., which wasn't that late. Cops came, no warning, gave me a ticket. I was like, I'll take it, man.
Why they give you a ticket?
Oh, because I told them just give it to me. I didn't want them to give it to my parents or anything. So
you're a good son.
I was drunk. I'm sorry. Wait, can we say that on this pod? Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, there's a Jesus podcast, right?
No,
I
it's not.
I'm so sorry, man. I've been cursing.
No, who said it's a Jesus podcast? It's a podcast about creativity. Yes, I love Jesus. Yes, he is my Lord and Savior. But
hallelujah.
Dude.
Yes, amen.
Talk freely. Say whatever you say. I approve of strong language.
So I was hanging out with, I was over there. And we whoopty. He pulled out the ooh. I was like, damn. Wait, no, never mind. That was kind of, okay, never mind. That was kind of, no Diddy. All right, so.
No, what you make of these Diddy parties?
Man, but yeah, what were we talking about?
I said we was talking about these.
I know, man. No, I'm glad.
Go ahead.
Oh, Diddy Party, man. Look, I'm thankful. You know what? Even like you're saying, you say you love God, and you know, I'm super thankful. I'm super thankful that I know God has been helping me in my journey because I see it all the time, especially even moving here. I was like, damn, why did I move here, man? I could have stayed in Dallas. My job's in Dallas, and I just did it blindly.
Yeah.
But you know, when things like that happen, he's like, check this little tour out. Check this little tour out. It wouldn't have happened if you stayed over there. And I know he did that. But I'm like, not just the wins, the losses too. I'm like, oh, that was you too. I get it. You know, but I say that to say that, man, like I'm so glad I'm me and I know who I am, and I'm 30. I'm a grown ass man. So you would never catch me at no Diddy type shit because I'm grown enough to like know. Yeah, I'm grown enough to know that I'm not starstruck by nobody. First of all, you're a grown, you're a man, I'm a man, or you're a woman, whatever.
Yeah,
you know, I'm grown, dude. Like I'm not. Hey, whoa, there's this party, you can't miss it. I can miss it. I can be at home playing Call of Duty. I don't give a damn.
Hey, facts.
You know,
give me that Black Ops 6.
So I'm so yeah. So yeah, I got it too, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, like so. Because you do hear, especially even like with like child stars, or even like just what you see what happens, and I know people that are in the industry that talk about some wild shit that they see. Yeah, man, I'm not, you know, I'm thankful that I don't care about those things, bro. Like I would never be at a Diddy party.
Nah,
I'm like, bro, why is it so slippery in here, bro? Like what the?
So you telling me if
bro, this is no way.
You're telling me, let's see. Let me think of a comedian. You telling me if a Joey Diaz had a party, you wouldn't just show up to a Joey Diaz party? Nah, dude, I love Joey Diaz. So Joey, please don't get upset.
I'll show up.
But then if he starts popping Molly, and then all of a sudden you just see some wild foolishness, and you're like, you out? You staying?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though, man. Nah, man, that's the thing though. I don't do drugs with if I'm not at home. I don't even smoke. I don't smoke. First of all, I don't even smoke weed. But obviously I have, and I mean I do when I want.
Of course.
But I need to be here at home doing nothing, and I'll play some Call of Duty or write. I'll drink beer, but yeah, I don't even like getting messed up. Like I don't like getting. The only time if I'm gonna get drunk, I'll be with my family, or I'll be somewhere where I'm home.
Of course,
I can't do that out in public.
Nah,
I'm too like
too grown. You too grown for it.
I feel like I can't be acting. Yeah, so I don't like getting like I can be home. I can be with trusted people. If I'm at, let's say I'm at a Joey Diaz party, I'm gonna drink beer, keep it professional. I mean, just be real with people, you know. But I'm not gonna get drunk. I'm not gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
no way. Not even, man. I can't say no to a Joey Diaz party, but nah, man, nah.
I mean, it's not like them parties are happening.
People are just too horny.
Hey,
man, people are just. I feel like, look,
that part.
God bless me with game and like not having to be a loser. Like with like some people are like, oh, this is the only way I can get a woman. By doing some weird, wild shit like that, and that is, yeah, no way.
Homie, the fact
I'm
that
very good at reading people.
Sorry,
what?
I said the fact that you called them losers. That's just hilarious.
Real talk. Like, I feel like most people that were involved in like the Diddy type stuff, it's because it's weird to say loser, but it don't matter how much money you have or how much fame and clout. Game is game, sauce is sauce, and it is what it is, right? So yep. I don't know. Some people need all those things to court a woman. They need money and this and that, and you know, I don't know. I'm really good at sensing stuff. That's why I call myself a spirited fool. I'm very spiritual, man, and I'm very good at reading people. and their intentions and their energies. And yeah, man, I know when to get away from certain situations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So that's where I was gonna ask you where spirited food comes from.
Yeah, man. I'm in tune with my spirituality in all ways, because people, I feel like I've met a lot of like religious people this from everywhere. I grew up Catholic, and now I
Really?
guess I don't even know what I am, probably Christian or something. But I I'm like, I like every religion, really. I like, because the thing is, look, at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, my people come from their own type of I guess spirituality. If you ever hear of curanderismo, um or which I feel like they labeled it as witchcraft these days, where it's like negative. But like back then, before modern medicine, there was curanderismo, where you freaking put an egg under your bed or a bush or what, but that was how they did it, right? But we we have a history, right? You look at the pyramids, the Mayan pyramids. Uh, you've seen those, right? Like the
Yeah.
Aztec pyramids, Mayan
Yeah.
pyramids, and like just
Yeah.
the civilizations that used to exist before they got conquered by the conquistadors, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there was a whole history for thousands of years before that, and they were very smart. Architecture, everything was good, um, and they had their own beliefs and practices. A lot of it was spirituality in many senses, many ways. Uh, so I like being tuned with that part of me, because I have to carry it with me, because if we don't, you're gonna forget. They're forgotten. That's how you forget about a civilization, about a people, about your background, and that's how they erase you. So I try to carry it with me, but also being spirited. If you Google, let me Google right here, spirited, because let me tell you the exact meaning of it, because I like what spirited means itself. Spirited, it means full of energy, enthusiasm, and determination, or having a specified character, outlook on life, or mood. He was a sentence. He was a heart-warm, generous, spirited man. I don't know. I feel like I'm spirited, and I'm a fool. So I'm a spirited fool, so it all matches. I don't know.
It all works. That's a
Yeah,
crazy
man.
that's a crazy
Yeah, I'm a
thing.
spirited fool.
Hey, I love it, man. That's the thing, man. We as a people, we forget about history. Like in school, we only learn the history that, is taught to us, but we don't actually know the history of the people that came before us. And as you said, it just dies. Unless you actually take the time to go back, remember that, a lot of people lost their way, and man, it sucks. Like I luckily in my family, one of my uncles, he's gone back to generations and categorized and found old family members and everything. And it's really cool. Like apparently one of our great descendants helped on the, the Underground Railroad, helped free slaves. And, it's just really interesting, but see, not a lot of people have that opportunity to actually know that, because you got to have care and attention to detail to be able to find that stuff out.
Yeah, and I feel like we all do. I feel like we all have the opportunity to be tapped into our roots. It's important because it only makes you a better American. It makes you a better just member of society. People think that, oh, we all got to be one way. We got to be whitewashed or this and that. No, I think being tapped into your roots only makes us better, as like when we all come together, because we all have something to share with each other. We all have like a piece of our culture to share with another culture. I don't know. I think just being tapped in will make you a solid individual.
Of
If
course.
not, you're just another NPC, man. And I don't want to be around you, because people have so much rich history. Everyone does.
Yep.
Everyone does, and I feel like it's important to tap in, man. Even in Texas, man, like there's a big reason I do stand up, because people think, oh, it's just dumb jokes about this and that and being edgy. No, but I also want to I'm inspired by like Dick Gregory, George Carlin, where they talk about some real shit about like activism. And there's ways that you can talk about it because we can watch the news all day, every day, and it just goes in one ear, out the other. But we have the gift and the ability to bring it to you in another way where it makes you think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because big one real quick. Tony Hinchcliffe, he was getting trashed. And honestly, I was like, man, I was kind of messed up too. He was like, he called Puerto Rico. He was like, there's a giant island of trash in the ocean floating right now. And that island is called Puerto Rico, right? You hear that and he doesn't follow it up with anything. You're like, that's messed up. Wow, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
It is.
I thought you saw a lot of outrage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the situation in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico only has about a year, I think, or two of landfill space. So after that, there's no more landfill space in Puerto Rico, and they have to figure out a way to ship trash out of the island. So that was kind of where the basis of the joke is. I'm not even defending him. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, wow, that was like, if you think about it, damn, I never knew about Puerto Rico's trash problem. And now I do. And now I'm hoping that they find a way to fix it, if it's either with legislation or with whatever it is. Because, you know, Puerto Rico has had a lot of problems in its government with corruption and everything. So it brings to light, oh, they do have an issue. Wow, I hope they fix it. How can I help? You know, so stuff like that, right? For example, I have a T-shirt right here. This is Crystal City, 1969. This was, it's a high school in South Texas. Majority, it was where like the Hispanic students, during the 60s, right? Very troubling times.
Of course. Hispanic
students weren't allowed to go to college. They weren't allowed to go to college. They weren't allowed to have accolades in school. If you got the A honor roll, you didn't get A honor roll. You never got acknowledged.
Wow.
So what the students here did, they were gonna, hey, we're tired of this shit. We're gonna protest. So growing up, did you ever hear about, oh, they're doing the walkouts? The students are doing the walkouts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you ever hear about that? How they do it now, where the students in high school walk out and they protest?
Yeah.
So where this originated was here. It originated from here in 1969, where the students walked out. And then they did like they walked out of school. But it wasn't just that. Now it's very tame, very different. They walked out and stayed out the school and didn't come back till they were like, hey, we will acknowledge Latino students. We will let them go to college. At the time, I don't think there was any, there wasn't much black students because it was mostly Hispanic and white population there. But they weren't getting, they wouldn't let them go to school. They would beat them up if they would try to date. If you would try to date a white girl, they'll kill you or beat you up. Anyways, they got tired of that, walked out. But they weren't peacefully protesting. They brought a lot of guns, a lot of rifles, shotguns, hundreds of people. And they were like, hey, if y'all don't come to terms with what we want, we'll just blow this whole thing up.
Wow.
And they were like, okay, well, then like the other side, they were like, okay, well, yeah, we will work together to make it better. And then boom, the Mexicans were able to go to college and they were able to be cheerleaders or they were able to, have human rights in high school. And this was a play that they did in Dallas. But anyways, super cool. So I like knowing about these things, right? It's cool to be tapped into our history.
Of course.
Because it inspires me to write the next thing where it don't have to be talking about this and being super like, oh, right, we're going to do the right. Nah, just about being real and then maybe bringing little Easter eggs of happenings like this in my future projects or in whatever I do. So I don't know, man. I feel like going towards the right direction of being just making this world a better place is one of my drives to do what I do. I want to do it through comedy. So
I think there's not a lot of people who actually want to bring positive change to the world. Some people just like it the way that it is. Clearly you see that with how the results of the election went. One group of people are for, this person who wants to be a dictator. One half of the people are for the lady who wanted to give jail inmates transgender reassignment surgeries. I mean, both choices were absolutely terrible, but you know, what can you do?
I mean, I like local politics, but yeah, I mean, we're in Texas, so really out here, I mean, it doesn't really. If you're gonna do a senator or a presidential vote, it's not really gonna matter. But you know, at the end of the day, I respect people's voting, right? I respect that 100% because
For sure.
man, it looked like the Spider-Man meme that next morning when I woke up. Everyone was blaming each other, yeah, I mean, you know, and look, and this is another thing, and I don't want to get too deep into it because I feel like I could be very wrong, but that's literally how you separate a people or like a group of people,
Yeah.
and one side gets power for a long time. It happened in South Africa. How did the British get power? They knew all the tribes that were the owners of the land were the owners, and they were the majority of the people. The British were like 2% of the people, but they were like, these people don't like each other. Just let's instigate and let them fight each other, let them kill each other off. And while they're too busy doing that, we'll do our own thing and get power. I feel like that's what's happening here. And with our own people, with our own, I guess, minorities, and even like I don't consider myself a Republican or a Democrat, but with the
Same.
Democratic Party, it's happening. People hate each other. They're arguing this and that. And I hope better comes from it. I do. And I hope this country goes into the right direction. But yeah, I respect both sides. But also, I'm not a fan of racist.
Of course. I mean,
it is what it is.
How could you be a fan? I mean, you're a Hispanic American. One person, president-elect, is talking about deporting people that look like you and sound like you and have last names relatively close to yours. Yeah, I really feel that we could really just the two-party system. I mean, obviously this podcast isn't about politics, but I mean, the two-party system is just a terrible system to begin with. Like, everybody lies. We all know this.
Yeah, but that's how you know your country is in a bad position when you bring the third party or more, because Mexico has like 4 parties: El PAN, El PRI, Morena, and I forgot what else. It has like 4 parties or something. And the president right now, the first woman president, she's part of El Morena.
Okay.
See, Morena party, yeah, Morena party, Morena. So yeah, it's like a left-wing political party. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is working. Maybe it is working for them. But yeah, they have different parties, and it's like it's weird because it could be left wing, right wing, middle, or people that have no idea what they are. But it's different parties, and like it's interesting, right? We have those, but obviously we're majority a 2-party country.
Yeah.
But I don't really. You know what? I used to be very tapped into politics. I used to be a canvasser and this and that, and I was saying it was a joke that I'm still working it, and I tried it the other day in front of an all-black audience, and it worked. But at first, it didn't. At first, they were, because everyone was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" I was just saying, like, you know, Kamala, she was very confident. I don't know if you remember, even like the day of the election, I was watching the Breakfast Club. They had like a whole live. They were at the Howard University.
Okay.
And they were just saying how the Kamala team was so confident that they were going to win, because in the swing states, people, when they were knocking on door to door, were saying, yes, like, we are going to vote for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very confident because they knocked door to door. But then I was remembering, and I was looking at videos of people knocking door to door. And it reminded me when I used to knock door to door, all the girls that I used to work with, like, they were all cute. They were all like they were all like good looking people.
That's how you get the
like,
votes.
Just respectfully.
Sure, of course, respectfully always.
No, respectfully. That's how you get people. That's how you get people to lie to you at the door. But I was like, man. I was like, well, you got my uncle saying, "See, oh, I'm a vote." We don't even got papers, bro. Like, but he said, "Yeah, I'm a vote." Yeah. So, for real. So, like, you can't always count, Because I used to knock doors, and I used to, man, I would like no me would like not having a fresh fade or anything, but they would straight up be honest to me. They're like, get out my door. Like, no soliciting. I'm gonna call police.
Nah, we don't like your kind over here.
Yeah. So, hey, but I just because I met my my ex girlfriend, I met her canvassing, and she's beautiful. Uh, yeah, bro, like people that be canvassing, they get lied to a whole lot. so I think we need a lot of change in this country when it comes to like even like who is advising these politicians, because they're not really talking to the people. If you want to talk to my people, I'll charge you. Hey, if y'all, hey, Kamala, if you see this, or Democrats, $600,000, and I'll give you a few tips. 2028, hit me up.
Boom.
Anyways,
Hector for Prez.
Yeah, bro, because they're paying millions. They're paying millions of dollars for like bad information, bro. I'll tell you where to pull up, bro.
Dog, I'm saying, like, hey, I can help you. We can help you. We can do this right. We can do this Byron Hector kind of thing. We'd be right down the middle. No Republicans, no Democrats. We'd be just fiercely independent.
Yeah, pull up to the casino. Go to Windstar Casino at 11 p.m. on a Friday. You'll find all the Mexicans there.
Dog, that's the real people that you need to ask questions to. Don't come to my house. I can honestly say I need some wood to knock on. I've never had a canvasser at my house, and if they did, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Don't ask me stupid questions. Yeah, I'll vote for whoever you're talking to. Just leave me alone.
Because a lot of times they're just doing their job because they're getting paid, and like that's what sucks, if they don't knock on set amount of doors, they'll get fired.
But how would they know?
So that's because they know.
Who knows?
I don't know how, because they just make sure you cover the whole area. I forgot how they call back and ask or whatever. I don't even know, to be honest. But I remember people would get fired all the time when I used to work at this nonprofit.
What? For real? Like,
I hated that place too. It's called Jolt Texas. I hate them.
What is Jolt Texas?
It was a nonprofit. I mean, it still goes. I mean, they have a good. I think they support good causes. Very progressive, and
okay.
I was trust me. Like, when people try to say that I'm this and that, I'm like, bro, you do not know my life, and you do not know how hard I used to go. We used to canvass for like a bunch of causes too, like just for a lot of times for voting rights for people of color, because a lot of communities out here in East Austin, past elections, it's better now because more white people live in the areas. But before that, because I don't know if you know the history of Austin.
I don't.
35 would separate, like, but blacks and Mexicans could only live on one side of the highway.
When was this?
Jim Crow era, this and that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, man, but even till like 10 years ago, it's still like now because of gentrification, but even like 10, 15 years ago, it was still like that. So what happens in these places, right? There's an election. Okay, when you go vote somewhere, they're supposed to be open from like 7 a.m. to like 5 p.m. or 7 to 7 or whatever. A lot of the polling locations out here on the east side, they would only be open when they would be open. So they wouldn't even know. So like, and a lot of these people in these neighborhoods are working class people, so they have to be at work, right? 9 to 5. And it's hard. They can get a lunch break, go vote, boom, boom. But these places sometimes didn't even open. They will open one day a week, twice a week.
Wow.
But when they would open from like 11 a.m. to like 3 p.m. And that's how it was in a lot of locations. That's how it still is to this day.
Jeez.
And a lot of people don't know that. That's why voting rights, voting equality is very important. And but yeah, that was happening out here. It happens in Dallas too, man. Like, if you go to the hood and like you go to like these voting locations, it's gotten better now because obviously the internet awareness, organizations like the one I was in. But yeah, man, stuff like that does happen. And like I was pushing like for like 3 years, I used to work with a lot of these nonprofits.
Okay.
And I used to do stuff for Voto Latino. I was at the border when they had the kids in the cages. I was out there filming, like, the coverage for that.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Dave Chappelle. Random story, but yeah.
Wait, I need to hear more of this story. You met Chappelle at the border filming these children in cages. You can't just leave this out.
Nah, man. So it was in 2018. That's when that was happening. They had him in Tornillo, Texas, which was 35 minutes away from El Paso
Okay.
in the desert, straight up hot. It was like 120 degrees. They had these kids out there like in cages, and it was weird, right? Weird moment in American history.
Yeah.
And I was out there doing the video. I was out there. It was crazy. I was with Sia because I was recording. We were on a bus and we were recording people. And I didn't know who she was because you don't really see her face. That was her, and like with some other actors. Yeah, we were just there, and there was another video crew there. That was me doing video, and there was a bunch of news stations and everything. But there was a video crew, and I started talking to them. I was like, "Oh, that's a badass camera!" Boom, boom. And they were telling me, "Oh yeah, we're the documentary team for Dave Chappelle." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So that was it. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So I got back. And that night, I was kind of just winding down, and I just I started looking at Chappelle's show dates, and I was like, what? He has a show here tonight in El Paso. What the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
So I run down because I'm staying in downtown. I'm like 4 blocks away from the place he's having it. The show had already started. It was an hour in. I run. I buy. There's like a few tickets left, like but like by ourselves. It was like $120 right in the front. Jon Stewart was on.
Oh snap!
And then he finished his set. Dave Chappelle does his set, and that's it. By that show, I get back home, and I want to get a little drink at a bar upstairs. I go up there. I'm at the Ari.
Okay.
I'm staying at the hotel next to the Ari. Rooftop. They have a bunch of dubstep. It's not my vibe. A lot of people from Juarez, from Chihuahua, cross the bridge to party in El Paso on the weekends.
Okay.
So, but they got a little bar in the back. So I'm there drinking, you know, just chilling, winding down. I'm having a little like I think I'm drinking like a drinking mezcal and a beer. And I don't know where they close the doors behind me. I see like some security dudes. They close the doors to the little bar. And I'm like, what's going on? And I look right, and they're telling people, oh, y'all can stay here, but no one can come in. I'm like, oh. I was like, what? And I look up, and it's Dave Chappelle, Jon Stewart, and Mo Muhammad.
What?
They're right there sitting at the bar. And we're on a balcony. It's like a bar that's outside of the club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, oh, shit. And like, and I want to be like, oh, hey, what's up? But now but it was like 10 of us in the whole bar. It was his people. And right away, I recognized his video people. I was like, what? I was like, what's up, man? They recognized me. We were catching up, and like, and that's when they like, you know, brought me into like their circle, like where they were talking to Jon Stewart, Dave Chappelle, and Mo Muhammad. Dave Chappelle was talking to some other people, and Jon Stewart was just there chilling, and we chopped it up. He gave me advice, and he don't drink or nothing, but he really had a dope ass conversation. He went home. He went to sleep. He's chill. But Dave Chappelle, he parties, man. We were up there till like 3 a.m. He was, doing his thing.
Of course. But
I got a lot of good game. It was a cool moment, man. It was cool. It just happened.
Yeah.
And that moment really did change my life, man. He was just like, man, whenever you're on stage, give him hell. No matter where you're at, just give him hell. Give him hell. Hallelujah. But just give him. He was like, man, it don't matter what you do, where you're at, what audience, give him hell. And I was like, damn, it stuck with me. And Jon Stewart, he was some of the advice that I'll share is just, he's like, man, it don't matter where you go. People are going to be cliquey. There's going to be drama, this and that, but stick to your goal and focus on where you want to go with this. Just don't lose that focus, because there's so many excuses to lose your focus. Don't lose it. And it's going to work out. You just got to really stay focused. It was cool, man. It was cool. And it was just a random night in El Paso, man. I had to go back the next day to Dallas.
Man, that's wild.
So, yeah, man. Just this journey, man. This journey is like, yeah. I didn't talk to Mo. I didn't even know who he was at the time, but now I know who he is, obviously. But
of course,
2018, I didn't know who he was, but he was super cool. I thought he was his security guard. He's a big dude.
He's a huge
So
man. He's a huge man.
yeah,
Man, but that must have been
yeah, he
so.
looks like an NFL player.
Oh yeah, dude, that must have been so dope to just sit at the greatest of all time in comedy's feet, just to learn. I mean, just to be a sponge in that moment.
Yeah, man. There's an art of being a fly on the wall, bro. I like doing that.
You know that
So,
you bring up
yeah.
a good point because that is a lost art.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
be a fly on the wall, like not many people can just sit and just because you're absorbing, no matter where you are in whatever room you're in, you're just absorbing information. So to sit and just go, man, I'm listening, I'm learning from this guy, and you're just hearing them talk. And you like, just like you said, moments, you pick up these moments and you're just like simple little things. You're like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, man. And I'm thankful to just ending up in, you can't even, I don't even know how, this is when like God puts his foot down. He's like, hey man, do what you will with this. Because I was like, well, how did this happen? It's the most random things, bro. I'm just chilling and I'm like, what the so yeah, man, it's like do what you will with this, with these moments.
Yeah,
And yeah, man, I mean, yeah,
that was the Lord, man. The Lord made that happen.
it's I never question anything anymore. You know, I don't. I just know that I'm gonna navigate with whatever I gotta navigate through. It don't matter what it is.
Yeah.
I don't question it, and I know I know I'm gonna be good. I know I know I'm shielded by whatever I'm, because I'm thankful that I'm shielded by American Jesus and also Mexican Jesus, because I got Mexican Jesus, his grandma's prayers and potions, and so I'm yeah, man. So it's just even in these situations, I'm like, man, I don't gotta say nothing or blah blah. They don't. I just want to, you know, just I'm just gonna be me. And a lot of times I don't like, if I'm with the homies or whatever, yeah, I'll be loud and this and that. But if I'm like, with a bunch of strangers that I don't know, I'm just chilling. I'm quiet, just observing.
Of
So
course. I
yeah,
mean,
man, it was cool.
like I said, man, it's a lost art. Not many people are able to actually sit and just shut up and just listen and receive. People want to be known. They want to have their face everywhere. They're like, hey, pay attention to me. Look at me. I'm so important. Dude, I'd rather just sit in the back and let the opportunities come. Like, I'd rather just sit, listen, and just go, okay, cool. Like, I was around, and I've been in places where I've just sat and listened and, just grateful to be in the room. Like, I can remember, 2011, right before I started doing photography. It might have been 2010. Whenever the All-Star game was here in Dallas, I was working event security. And I remember I got to do personal security for Shaq. And then we went to the celebrity game, and, Terrence J comes off the court, says something to Shaq, and he's like taking off his shoes. He's like, hey, you want these shoes? I'm like, hell yeah. But he has child feet and I got big feet. So, but still, I mean, just even just having that small job, that rinky dink job that didn't pay much, introduced me to the concept of, hey, these people are going to have their moment. Just stand back and you'll just receive things just being in the presence.
Yeah, man. People think that it don't matter what. See, it's just part of, I guess, how I was raised. Like, bro, like, it don't matter what job you have. I've worked everything. I think it's always be proud of it and we'll learn from it in one way or another. Man, I did construction when I was in college. Like on my breaks, I'll go work construction with my uncles or wherever. They'll take me, to put windows on hotels and this and that. And I would learn from that. And I made some good money. But my first job was at Ponchos. At Ponchos making sopapillas.
Raise the flag.
Bro, I would hate that. I would hate that. But
you would hate to raise the flag?
There, yes, I would hate I would hate people that were happy to raise the flag. They're like, oh, raise the flag. Like,
shut up.
Like, amigo, I raised the flag. I used to loosen up honey. I used to loosen up the honeys on people that were rude. There were people that were rude. They'll be like, "Come over here, boy." Like, "Come over here, boy."
Oh, not the boy.
Like, oh yeah, yes, sir. I'll be okay, yeah. So I'll loosen up the honey, right, like this, and they'll be like, oh, and they'll squeeze the honey for the soap pee, and the whole thing will just splatter all over their shirt. I got fired, but it's all good.
Hey, worth it. The racist. Enjoy your honey, baby. Honey pot.
Bro, that thing was like just honey all over it. Oh, man, that was amazing.
No, I haven't heard the word elf.
Yeah, I was like 17.
Dude, I haven't heard the word ponchos in forever. You took me back.
There's one left. I think it's in Arlington.
What?
Hey, low-key, I missed them. I want to go back. There's one in Arlington, but sometimes I miss it. Because we used to eat free, right, when you worked there, but it was so bad that I miss it. You know, I miss how bad it was.
No, but dude, that should be insulting to somebody, to a Mexican American. Terrible Tex-Mex should be just insulting.
Hey, but it's a good. We love. Look, sometimes it's like a guilty pleasure, bro. Like, it's like. It's something that's so bad, it's sometimes so good, just for your soul. Like, you wouldn't, I don't know. It's like, it's hard to explain, bro, but.
This nickel bag of cocaine, it's bad for your soul, but it feels so good.
Yeah, it's like listening to Nickelback, we all say we hate it, but we'll sing along to it every now and then,
Hey, if you turn on a Creed song, I'm more than likely gonna be singing there with my arms wide open.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, but yeah, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, I hope I answered. Damn, I don't even know because I go on different tangents and stuff. I don't even know if I answered your questions today, bro.
Hey,
I don't even know. But
hey, I learned stuff. That's all this podcast is about. I mean, you literally have given inspiration to the people. I mean, as far as those trying to pursue comedy, you've given inspiration to always rep where you're coming from. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your heritage. Make moments. Enjoy the process. I mean, you've literally given people like little small tools, and that's literally. This podcast is just to get into the mind of a creative and figure out what more, like, for the person who's like teetering on the edge of giving up or stopping, how to hop back and say, all right, cool, I'm gonna give it another go. I feel a little bit of inspiration. I'm gonna just try one more again. Or for the person who's literally just burnt out and said, I'm tired of this, just to give another spark of inspiration to somebody. That's all these conversations are. And I mean, I just enjoy talking to my friends.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Then, if I can add one more thing, man, just quick. It's always, like you said, someone that might want to like, give up or burnt out, or because sometimes even with like entertainment with comedy, sometimes, I mean, even myself, when I started, you wouldn't really see many people like you, like that are like doing it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's still going to be the reality for a lot of people, but especially people of color. Or because there can be people of color doing it, but they're not authentic with who they want to be,
right?
In some cases, and you're like, damn, I don't get no opportunities. Damn, that no one. This club doesn't want to have me open for people. Boom, boom. And one day I was just tired of that, bro. I was like, man, I'm just gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do my own show. And sometimes, like, I don't know, you never know what's gonna happen until you build it. Well, if you build your own, you'll be surprised with how people support, or if you build it, they will come. So, I'm blessed that I've been able to do my own thing, and these things sell out.
Yeah.
A lot of homies pull up, but also majority of people that I've never met that I get to meet, and they sell out. Merch sells out. People have a good time, and we're just doing it over again. And damn, that's when you're like, damn, I would have never realized this unless I decided to change my own fate and do my own shows,
Yep.
and do it the way that I want. So like that's what's going on right now, and people are liking it. They're buying tickets, they're buying merch. I just ran out of the merch that I made. I got to print some more. But man, like, so it's just things like that. Like, yeah, it was a negative that I was like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
my own way. And boom, everything changed, man. Like I used to not be able to get booked. Once I did my own thing, I started getting booked almost every single week just for
Wow.
different shows because I decided to do my own thing. And then now it put me on the map. They're like, oh, wait, oh, he's doing it. Oh, damn, this guy's cool, bro. He's doing his own thing. And it put me on the map because I decided to make that little difference. I feel like, especially for creatives, there's no rules anymore. Back then you had to, I don't know, you had to go to a late night show or whatever. I don't know. There's no more rules. So it's just figuring it out. I feel like I'm very close to figuring out my own journey and my own path and how it needs to go. And yeah, I think that's where I'm at right now, man. I'm figuring it out and I'm close to it.
That's all you can do. You can literally just put one foot in front of the other, keep trying day in and day out, trying to make sure that you just give it your all. That's literally the best that you can do. The rest is going to happen. Obviously you're a believer, so God will take care of the rest. He'll step in. You got people praying for you. You got, as you said, Mexican Jesus. You got Black Jesus. You got white Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got Jesus essentially. And you got your family, and you got your support system, and you got your boys, and you got your homies. And I mean, that's it. The people who love you and who will support you, they gonna always stick around and be there, man. They got you. They're gonna hold you down. Even in the times when you literally are about to give up, a conversation, a podcast may pop up, or someone may call you or text you and just say, hey, Hector, bro, I just want to remind you how funny you are. You're a funny motherfucker. You're hilarious. And that's that. And that's just going to be that little one driving spark to go.
Yeah, man.
I bet. I'm going to keep going because one person told me that I'm funny.
I'm always going to say that Jesus is always with me, man. I'm always going to say that because my middle name is Jesus.
Don't break out the license on him. Jesus Cristo.
Yeah.
Man, this was really fun. I really enjoyed this.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, bro. Hey, man, anytime you need anything, if you ever, even just to do a catch up episode. Whatever.
Dude, we will definitely
do or whatever. Let me know.
Hey, I got you, bro.
I'm read some news or whatever.
Dude, that would be hilarious. I would be down to just go over and just read random news topics of the day around the world. I'd make a whole podcast about that. When I have no other guest, maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, best of luck with the pod, dude. Like, how many episodes deep are you in yet?
There's a few. I don't know. I'm recording them out of order, so then I'll just post them out of order. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like literally, this was all God inspired, and I'll tell you more about it offline when we're not recording. But yeah, this all came just as a God kind of thing, and I'm grateful because my whole thing is I've always wanted to help put creatives on, help just tell the world of more creatives, because like I call them the 9-to-5 creatives. They don't get that much shine. People who work their 9-to-5, working at a nonprofit or whatever, you don't get a lot of shine, and it's hard. You get lost in the machine of Instagram and TikTok, and there's no real place for creatives to be. So that's something that I'm actively working on. But yeah, man, like I just want to like help put creatives' names out there. So when this podcast blows up and there's hundreds of millions of downloads and I'm bigger than Joe Rogan, those are my goals. That I'll be literally able to just go back and say, hey, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, I have my brother Hector Sifuentes on. Look at him now. He's the most massive comedian. He's the most well-known Hispanic, Mexican-American comedian. Like you can hear his journey. You can hear his story. You can hear him talking about when he was 11 years old, making tapes with his family.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that, man. And yeah, man, the 9-to-5 creative. Like I'm at an ad agency right now.
Okay.
And this is my life. I finish work, then I hit up the open mics. and then and then just do it every. That's why I'm here. So like, I'm dedicated. Like I'm in Austin, work, open mics, work, open mics, work, open mics. They're not done till like sometimes 1 a.m. So,
and it's gonna pay off.
We're working hard. Yeah, people don't get to see it, but it's cool,
dude.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm thankful to have been a guest.
Oh man, I am grateful that you were a guest, dude. Because I love you. You're one of my favorite people. Tell the people where they can follow you, where they can see you. If you got dates coming up, let them know of the dates. Where they can see you in Austin if you're coming back to Dallas. Just plug yourself, man.
Yeah, man. I'm on Instagram. That's like my main page. It's Spirited Foo, Spirited, and then FOO. And you can just search Hector Sifuentes. I'm on TikTok too. Just put Hector Sifuentes. But yeah, man. Shows. I got some shows, but I don't know when this is gonna come out. But I got one the day before Thanksgiving in New Braunfels. It's at this convention center. I'm on my friend's show, Joshua Nieto, but he's like one of the OGs that like I've been knowing for a minute, and we finally get to do a show together. But
nice.
Other than that, I'm working on my own stuff, on my own shows, and then next year, God willing, I get to be a part of opening for a few big acts in different cities around the U.S. So, but yeah, for now, I'm just working on my own shows and hopping on shows here in Austin. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. But yeah, just follow the journey, man. I'm gonna make it.
I know, bro. I believe in you, and I know you're gonna make it. 2025. Be on the lookout. Hector Sifuentes. He's gonna take over comedy. Trust me. I'm saying it now. Put it in the universe.
Amen.
All right, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I love you, Hector. I love y'all who are listening. And then peace, y'all.
Thank you, man.